The Havoc Legacy. Part 2. Imprisoned Walls. Chapter 6, Shot in the Dark. Setting, the basement of the Havoc Hotel. The complete darkness of the basement instantly gave way to a ringing in their ears. Ray Cortez instinctively pushed Lilly behind a pile of old sheets and threw himself down, clutching Thomas Lang's diary to his chest. A shot rang out a second later. Not a shotgun, but, judging by the sound, a small-caliber pistol. The bullet lodged in the wall right where Ray had been standing moments before. "Do you think darkness will save you, Mr. Cortez?" William Westcott Jr.'s cold voice echoed through the labyrinth of pipes and rusted machinery. "I know this basement better than my own bedroom. It was built by my family for people like you. You don't know anything but how to hide corpses, Westcott," shouted Lilly, her voice trembling but full of rage. "Careful, Ms. Lang. Family pride. Your brother, Thomas, was just a deadbeat. And you are a nuisance. Give me the diary, and I'll let you go." "Maybe. Ray, we have the diary. We have to go upstairs," Lilly whispered. Ray fumbled in his pockets. He had no weapon, only an old flashlight and detective wits. "No. Going upstairs means falling into a trap. This basement is the key to the hotel, Lilly. If Thomas hid the diary here, he knew there was a way out," Ray whispered. He turned on his flashlight, directing the beam not at himself, but at a rusty pipe 10 meters away, aiming to throw off Westcott's aim. The flash worked. Westcott shot at the pipe. "Run! To that wall!" Ray pulled Lilly toward an old coal bunker. They ran by feel while Westcott, swearing, tried to reload his pistol. Chapter 7, The Secret of the Second Safe. They hid behind a pile of old wiring. Ray opened Thomas Lang's diary to the last page. "If you find this, Lilly, you must understand, the vase is a diversion. The real dirt is not in the Crawley safe. Crawley and the Westcotts are partners. My boss's safe, Westcott Sr.'s, is in room 513. And the key to his safe is the vase they stole. The vase wasn't meant for Crawley, it was for Westcott. He planned to blackmail his partner with it. The vase is the true key. You must return to room 513. "A safe in 513, Ray whispered. Thomas knew not to look for the diary, but for the second safe. The real scandals and intrigues are there. But the vase is gone. It's with Yvonne Crawley or the thief. And Westcott is waiting for us." Lilly was on the verge of despair. "Westcott is waiting for us because he thinks we'll go upstairs." Ray quickly looked around. He found a small ventilation hatch, barely visible in the thick brickwork. "Look." Thomas wasn't a fool. He knew about the secret passages. "This hatch leads to a service corridor. We can get to the 5th floor, bypassing the elevator." They squeezed into the narrow, dusty hatch. Ray's detective work and Lilly's knowledge of the hotel paid off. Inside, it was dirty but relatively safe. They crawled through a narrow, gloomy tunnel, like the veins of the old hotel. Chapter 8, Imprisoned Walls. Emerging into the 5th floor service corridor, they found themselves in a deserted, moldy part of the hotel. The lights hadn't been on here for years. "Room 513, Ray whispered.
They reached the door. Ray checked the lock. "Old, but sturdy. We need a key. Or a pick." Ray tried to open the lock with his universal tool, but without success. Just then, they heard footsteps. Someone was approaching. Ray quickly pulled Lilly into an alcove hidden behind an old tapestry. William Westcott Jr. walked past. He was angry and in a hurry. He didn't enter 513, but turned into 515. Ray came out of hiding. "He won't go near the safe until he has us. Room 515. He's holding someone there. It can't be a coincidence." In room 515, they heard voices. Ray pressed his ear to the door. You don't understand. The vase is just a stone. The real key is me. I know the code. I am the one who can give you access to everything. Let me go. A woman's voice. It was Yvonne Crawley, Ray's client. She didn't just want the vase back. She, being a partner of Westcott Sr., knew the code to the safe, and now William Westcott Jr. was blackmailing her to gain access to the dirt. You're not leaving until you tell me the code, Yvonne. My father was too old-fashioned. No digital keys. Just a word. Westcott's voice was impatient. Ray understood. The vase, missing from the Crawley safe, was stolen to prevent this blackmail, not to find the diary. Ray didn't have time to look for the thief. Lilly, I'll distract him. You have to get into 513, Ray took out his old police whistle. Ray, don't. He'll kill you. He won't kill me until I tell him where the diary is. Go. Chapter 9, The Exchange of Intrigues. Ray blew the whistle, imitating a police signal, and simultaneously shouted, Police. Room 515. The hotel is surrounded. Westcott, startled, rushed out of 515. He saw Ray and realized he'd been tricked. You. I knew you'd come back for your heroics. Westcott aimed the pistol at Ray. I need answers, Westcott. The vase is the key to safe 513. But where is the vase? The vase. Westcott sneered. The vase was sold long ago by my father. It was his insurance. Thomas Lang knew about it, that's why he ran. He faked his death to sell his diary. You're lying, Ray was certain. Thomas was murdered. I have the diary. And it says you are the killer. At that moment, Lilly, taking advantage of the confusion, rushed to 513. Ray could hear her fumbling with the door. Westcott realized Lilly was in 513. He took a sharp step. Stop. Or I'll shoot you in the knee, Cortez. Too late. Ray shouted. The intrigue reached its peak. Ray didn't give up. He pretended to drop the diary, and while Westcott was distracted for a moment, he kicked him in the arm. The pistol flew away. A fight began. The life-weary detective against the wealth-corrupted businessman. Ray was older, but smarter. He used the walls, the corridors, the darkness. Chapter 10, The Code and the Scandal Unveiling. Meanwhile, Lilly successfully got into 513. Inside, she found a second safe, disguised as an antique fireplace. It was massive. She held the parchment with the code that Ray had brought. The eyes don't see what the heart seeks. It wasn't the code. Lilly was desperate. Suddenly, she remembered what Westcott had said, just a word. And she remembered Thomas writing about the rain. She typed, Havoc. It didn't work. She typed, rain. It didn't work. Recalling that Thomas had studied the smuggler's passages, she remembered her grandfather's phrase, the key to happiness is always in simplicity, in what you remember the most. She typed her own name. Lilly. The safe clicked open. Inside lay neither the vase nor money. There were audio tapes, old account documents, and, most importantly, Westcott Sr.'s yellow diary. Lilly quickly inserted a cassette into an old tape recorder sitting on the desk. I killed Thomas Lang. But I must admit he was right. Our deal with Crawley to sell the entire coast for development, using false documents, will soon pay off. I have to insure myself, so I keep all the records here. And the code is my daughter's name, because no one will look for it where there is no love. Yvonne. Lilly was stunned. The code was Yvonne Crawley's name. And Westcott Sr. didn't trust his son and was hiding the real scandals from him. Yvonne wasn't a hostage, she knew the code. Lilly quickly copied the key documents to her phone. Chapter 11, The Betrayal and the Final Deal. Lilly rushed out of 513. In the corridor, Ray had just disarmed Westcott Jr., pinning him against the wall. "Done. I have everything," Lilly said. Just then, Yvonne Crawley came up to the floor. She was free. "Bravo, Ray. You found what I was looking for." Yvonne picked up the pistol Westcott had dropped. "Yvonne?" Ray couldn't believe his eyes. "The code is Yvonne," Yvonne smiled. "I wanted that idiot, Westcott Jr., to believe I didn't know it. And you, Ray, did excellent work. Thomas's diary and my late husband's records in safe 513, that's what I was truly after. I didn't want the vase back. I wanted to erase the past to start fresh, taking complete control of the land." Lilly was caught between two fires. Her brother was murdered because of the intrigues of Crawley and the Westcotts. "You killed my brother to cover up this scheme?" Lilly was ready to lunge at her. "No. But I was in cahoots with Westcott Sr. Your brother was a nuisance. And now, you both are. Ray, thanks for the work. But now you are the last guests in this hotel." Yvonne aimed the pistol at Ray and Lilly. "Ray," Lilly whispered. "I have everything. We need to go." "You won't leave," Yvonne said. Ray, using his last detective trick, threw Thomas's diary at her. Yvonne, distracted by the document that could expose her, faltered for a moment. That moment was enough. Lilly hit the fire alarm button. The hotel filled with a deafening siren. Ray lunged at Yvonne. The scene of the fight, against the backdrop of the alarming red light, concluded their adventure.